Hi guys, welcome Rock Steady Boxers to session 35. All right, so on to summertime taping, and good things are coming about for the summer, and so we'll have to get you in shape and in training to get those hips in order so you can walk and hike and travel amongst the roads with your body and not with your car. These are all good things for you to enjoy the weather, enjoy the nice weather and cool breezes that are going to be happening here. And yeah, it's going to be a good year after all. So so let's go ahead and begin with our warm-up. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and do a half kneeling dip. So basically what I want you to do is I want you to kneel onto the floor, and we're going to gently rock the hips forward and back. Okay? So you want to just lean into that knee, keeping your arms at bay along the sides, and then push it on back. There you go. So left leg is up, the other one is on the mat or on the floor, and you're kneeling and stretching the right thigh and as well as the hip, being able to get that movement past you. 2, and again, 3, and 4, 1 more, and 5. Okay, now I'm going to switch, bring the right knee up, the left knee down, and we're going to proceed to be able to pressure the hip girdle to be able to press forward. You can feel that stretch. I can feel it right now in my left quad. That's the thigh muscle. So hands at your side or even here on your hips, and lean forward, stretch that quad and the hips. Do it again. 2, this is light stretching, just trying to get the hips in order so that you can walk forward a little bit better. There you go. 3, let's do a couple more. 4, lean into it, and 5. Good work. All right. So that's a good way to kind of get the hip girdle in shape for what we're going to be doing next. All right, so now we're going to do a leg cradle to a forward lunge. So what this is about is basically doing this in slow motion, trying to get your hip to be able to turn to the side and stretch a little bit, and then you're going to lunge forward. So enough about words. Let's go ahead and show you how this works. So I'm going to bring my right leg up, focus on that balancing, starting in this position, and then I'm going to lunge forward, drop your right heel, and then lunge forward, and then push it on back. Okay? So once again, bring that right leg up, balance off of your left leg, put it across your hip like this, and then as you lose your balance going forward. Now you have a direct control over where you're going to fall. So as you lose your balance going forward, right heel down, and then lunge forward with the other knee. Now the left knee touches the floor, and you're ready to bounce back up. Okay? So once again, right across, the right lower leg is right across your hip. I can feel that stretch right there in your gluteus muscle, okay? So that's what you want to do. Stretch it here, and then you're going to lunge forward. You have direct control over that as you lunge forward and push it on back. Right across. Once again, drop it down and push back. As you come down in the forward lunge, I want you to keep your posture straight, so your back and upper body, you want it to be as straight as possible so that you're not bowed over. That's one of the things that with Parkinson's folks, they have that slightly curved posture, and I want you to be as tall and as straight back as possible, okay? Once more, right leg across, and I'm gonna lunge forward as I lose balance, boom, like that. So you should finish with your shoulders back, you're looking straight at the wall or straight out in front of you, okay? Now, we're gonna do that same thing with the left leg. It's gonna come across your hip, and you'll feel that stretch. So turn your lower leg across, parallel to the floor, and then let go of your foot, and you're gonna come forward, left heel on the ground first, and then drop down to the right knee. Push it on back, and then let's do it again. Bring that left leg across, stretching right there in that left hip and the gluteus muscle, and then come forward. Left heel down, and kiss that right knee right on the mat. Bringing it up again, pulling it up, getting yourself in that unbalanced position, standing only on the right leg, and then come forward. Forward, down, push back, and then across, okay? 2 more, just like this. Come forward, touch that right knee on the floor, bounce back, bring it across your hip. Last one, here we go. Drop it, and down. Good. So all this is empowering you guys to gain control of your muscle network when you are doing any kind of motion, okay? So that's what I want you to get out of this, is that, you know, even though stiffness is sort of a way of life, I want you to embrace it and say, you know, you don't have to be stiff for the rest of your life. You can be flexible, and you have to think flexibility at all times. You know, maybe 3 times a day, maybe 4 times a day, whatever you can do. Especially if you're retired and you have more time to do this, you know, the more time you have, the more space you have to be able to stretch out, okay? All right, so for our third stretch, what we're gonna do is do what's referred to as a wall glute march, okay? So if you have a wall, that would be preferable. I don't have a wall, so we're gonna use this somewhat immovable object for me to press my hands into it, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my left leg going forward, out like this, and then aim my knee just to touch the wall, and then bring it back down. As I bring it back down, I'm on my left toe, my right leg comes up, and I remain with my left toe on the floor, and I bring my right knee up and just touch the wall, and then bring it back down. Alternating with the left leg. The left leg goes in, pushes back, and I'm always leaning forward. By me being on my toes allows myself to come forward, and that's what you want, to be able to pull that leg up as high as you can. Just touch the wall with your right knee, and then push it on back, okay? Once again, left knee in to the wall or to an immovable object, and then bring it back down. Just keep on your toes. Stay on your toes. Stay vigilant. That's the idea. That's the message in you guys. And whatever you do, whether you're crossing the street or just walking along a park, stay vigilant. All right, left knee in and right knee, alternating right leg, right knee, left leg, and left knee. Good. Once more, and back to the right knee. All right, good stuff, guys. All right, stay with me. Okay, so now what we're gonna do next is just do some regular calf stretches against a wall. So I'm gonna show you about 3 or 4, maybe 5 variations of this. Okay, that's good to be able to work on these because we're breaking down the leg into various parts. One of them that I emphasized earlier is all about the hips. And then the second part of your body is the glutes. Right glute, gluteus maximus, gluteus minimus. You know, even though we talk about it a lot, there's lots of musculature back there, and it's not just, you know, a lump of flab, it's actual muscles that are underneath all of that flab. And that's good to be able to control your movements as you walk and run and jog and climb stairs and any kind of activity that you do with your legs. Okay, so using a wall, you know, this is one level where you can do, if you have trouble going up on your toes, use that wall, just put your fingertips on the wall and be able to lift. Just come up. 1, we're gonna do 10 of these. 2, so the idea here is to try and get right up on your tiptoes, kind of like a ballerina, climbing up each one, just gaining control, allowing your calf muscles to rise up. That's what we're trying to do, okay? So, being able to do this allows the muscle to kind of travel from a little lower down into your calf to a little bit higher. There's 2 lobes. There's a medial lobe and a lateral lobe, and both of those help with the turning of the leg, as it were. Okay, so now I'm going to turn onto my back, and you can see how your calf muscle, you won't be able to see this, but maybe your friend or your spouse or your son, daughter, whatever, they can see if you are working hard enough with your muscles. Okay, so I'm going to turn around. I want you to see my calves as I'm doing this. So we're going to do this 5 times. Okay, so I'm going to get a little bit closer to the video. Okay, so hands on your hips to steady yourself on your balance, and then rise up. Now you can see how the muscle travels and then it comes back down. Okay, rises up all the way to the tip and then it comes back down. You want to feel that the pressure of that muscle rising up to the top, tippy toes, and then bringing it back down. 2 more like that, guys. Ready? Up, lifting up the calves and bringing it back down. Control is what you need. Once you get to the apex, to the highest point that you can go, that's considered the apex. I want you to hold that for at least 1 or 2 seconds if you can. Ready? Up again, all the way to the top. 1, 2, and then drop down. Okay? Okay, so that's one aspect. Now, in other words, that's another variation where you can do it with your hands on your hips if you can, hold that balance. If not, doing the first one that I showed you up against the wall or in movable logic, that would be the best. So another version of this is to be able to do this on a staircase or stairs, as it were, okay? So it's a little bit harder, so if you have a banister for you to hold your hand either left or right, or maybe 2 banisters, that would work out best. So what I want you to do is I want you to stand with your toes right up on here, okay? As you stand with just your toes up and your heels down, then you can work on either one or both. I suggest you start with both calves, okay? And be able to climb up and then come back down. 1, now you see how my heel is coming down a little bit lower than the stairs? That's what I want you to do, and that's what this exercise is good for. It's a little bit more difficult, but like I said, if you have a banister, I don't suggest you do it in a place where the stairs don't have banisters, like I'm doing. But you know, this is another level of difficulty, as it were. Okay, so I'm going to step out a little bit to the edge so you guys can still see my head as it's working here. Okay, so once again, you're coming up and then bringing it back down. Hands on your hips for balance, or up on the banister, and then raising it up and then bringing it back down. Again, 2 more times. Up and then down. Okay, good. So those are the calf stretches. Now, I'm going to do this, it's referred to as a single deadlift, single leg deadlift, okay? So if you have weights, 3-pound dumbbells or 5-pound dumbbells or even 10-pound dumbbells, the bigger the weight, the easier it is to do this, believe it or not. But what you want to do is you want to be able to do sort of like a takeoff in what we were working on before, okay? So what I want you to do is I'm going to pretend I'm going to have weights on my hands. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my head down, my upper torso is done, and then bounce with only one leg, the left leg. The right leg goes back. So I should have a straight line that goes from my head all the way down to my right heel or toe, okay? So, and it's a great balancing act, so to speak. Okay, so you want to start, we're going to do 5 of these and I'm going to turn around and do the other side. Okay, so I'm going to do this with my right leg. All right, ready, and down. Hold that balance. Point your toe at the end, and then bringing it back down. As you come up, shrug your shoulders, bringing it back. There you go, and then do the second one. Hand or dumbbells down by your side, bringing it over. Point your toe behind you, and good. Bringing it back down. Excellent. 3 more, guys. 3 more. Ready? Do it again. All the way back. Point your toe, and down. Good work. Last 2, guys. Here we go. Ready, and down. Hold that balance with that left leg. The dumbbells are hanging down from your shoulders. Point that toe. Good. And last one, here we go. Ready, and go. Hang down from your shoulders, pulling it straight back. Point your toe, and back on. Now I'm going to switch over to the other side. 5 more on this side. All right, so here we go. We're going to come down. Now my left leg, instead of my right, is going to go straight back. Okay? All right, now. All right, so now I'm going to come down, all the way down, and bounce on my right leg, point that toe. My dumbbells, imaginary dumbbells, are hanging down by my shoulders, and then bringing it back over. Okay, so there's 1. Let's do 4 more like that. Ready? All the way back. Balance, balance, balance. Point that toe, bringing it back in. You just want to hold that balanced position for about 2 seconds and then bring it back down. All right, ready? And back. Rock back. Point that toe. And there's 3. 2 more, guys. 2 more. Let's do it. Ready? Kick it straight back. Point that toe. Hold that balance, and then bringing it back up again. Good. Okay. I think we have 1 more to go. Here we go. Ready? And go. Pushing it straight back. Point that toe, and balance off that right, and then bringing it back down. Good. All right. Now, we got that done. Now, what we're going to do is do it's called a hip hike. So I'm going to use this box, and I'm going to show you how we're going to get uneven hips, and then we're going to bring it so that you're going to even out your hips, okay? So this is a box. It's about 5 to 6 inches tall, and you guys can use any kind of box that's 4 or 5 inches. Riser would be ideal situation, ideal box, but any box will do that you can step on that's sturdy enough to hold your body weight. Okay, so I've got my left foot on the pedestal. My right foot is down, so you can tell how my hips are uneven in this position, right? So as I come up, then I'm going to right the ship, so to speak, right the hips so that they're level, and at the same time my right leg is going to go out to make sure that that hip positioning is just right, okay? So I'm going to hold myself here, and I'm going to come up and then lift my leg up like this, and then bringing it back down. 1, step down, and then up again, bringing it back down. 3 more, guys. Bouncing off the left leg. Ready? Up again, and back down. 3, up again, 4, and 5. Good. So you can see how the hips are uneven, and then they come into that even status, and then you work the right hip to make sure that happens, okay? All right, so I'm gonna switch. We're gonna balance off the right, bounce off the left leg to be able to do this. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can scoot back a little bit and make this happen. Okay, so now off of here, I'm gonna start, this is starting position, and then I'm gonna come up, even up the hips, and then lift. There we go, there's one. Again, up, out to the side, and bringing it back down. 2, 3 more, guys. Press down, bounce off the right leg, bring that left leg up, out, and then back down. Last 2, here we go. Ready? Up, to the side, and then pull it back in. All right, 1 more. Up, out to the side, and then back down. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. All right, now we're going to focus on doing some boxing drills with this bag over here. So this is a good time for you guys to get some water, and we're going to put our wraps as well as being able to put your boxing gloves on. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the hips to do various kicks, okay? And it's going to be fairly easy, but I'm going to travel 3 places on this bag with the kicks, using the kicks, okay? So it's going to be this position here, position 1, position 2, and then position 3 back over here. So I may have to move this up a little bit so you guys can see. There, that is a little bit better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my gloves on, get some water while we have the time to do it. Okay, get your wraps on, and I tell you what, we're going to leave those gloves off for now, and we're just going to use it without gloves. Okay, so we're going to use our hands to be able to pull yourself in a little bit closer. For you guys at home that don't have this bag, you guys can use the wall, kind of like what we did on that warm-up exercise, placing your hands up there. Except on this particular exercise, I want you to lean more into that knee, because we're going to knee this bag or the wall, and I want you to push into it a little bit further, okay? So we're going to start with your hands on the wall, okay? And I'm going to bring my right knee up, and then drive that knee in a little bit deeper than you did before, bringing it back down, okay? So once again, it's going to be the right knee coming up on your tiptoe and pressing into that wall, okay? Now, over here, once again, it's going to be the right knee coming up, left tiptoe, and then pressing into that wall. Okay, now we're going to do that same thing with the left knee, okay? Pressing into this wall. So hands, outstretched hands, maybe just the fingertips, whatever it is, but you want to be able to drive with your left hip and place that knee right into that bag or the wall and push it into a little bit more, okay? All right, so here we go. We're going to come up, left knee on that wall, push in, and release. Good. Now we're going to change positions. Coming back over here, left knee into the bag and release. Once more, left knee again, coming up and press in. Good. Okay, so that's the right knee and the left knee being able to drive in here, okay? All right, so now what I want to do is you got the knees and the hips all squared away. So now we're going to do a front kick, onto the bag, okay? So we're gonna do 2 kicks actually. We're gonna start with the right kick, right front kick, and left front kick. So 2 kicks here, 2 kicks on position 2, and 2 kicks on position 3 on this bag, okay? So I want you to put your dukes up as we begin, and I want you to be able to bring your right foot up and place your right heel. Extend your leg and push with your right heel into the bag. If you have a wall in front of you, that works out well too. You can use a wall or any immovable object to be able to work on this. So working on the wall would be good. You want to measure your leg so that you want to keep your leg as straight as possible, and it's just going to be for a brief moment that you're going to drive with your knee, with your heel into the wall, okay? So it looks like this. You're going to alternate between right and left over here, right and left. So I'm going to do this in slow motion first. Here we go. Ready? And extend that right heel, extend that leg, and then bringing it back down. So now left leg, same thing. You're going to pull it up and then extend. As you extend, the left heel touches the bag, and then it fully extends as you drive in with power, okay? Heel first, toe second, okay? All right, so 2 here, 2 here, 2 there. Here we go. Ready and drive. Put your hips, put your dukes up. Right heel, left heel. Once again, over here, same thing. Right heel, left heel. On this side, position 3, same thing. Right heel, left heel. Good. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to do a right side kick followed by the left side kick. Okay? So a little bit more contortion of the hips, but the idea here is to take only 1 step between the kicking the bag with the right leg and then switching over to the left. Okay? So it looks like this. I'm starting here. Right side kick, left side kick. Okay, keep your dukes up. Once again, we're going to start here. Right side kick, left side kick. And then once again, right side kick, left side kick. Okay, so try and lift your leg up a little bit more on your weak side. So for me, I'm right-footed, right-handed. So I tend to not kick as hard nor as high with my left leg, and I really have to work on it to be able to lift it and elevate it that way, okay? So the way it works is the harder you hit the bag, the more balanced you become. It seems it seems like it would be the other way around, but it doesn't. You really want to hit that bag hard if you have it. If not, I'm going to demonstrate how to do that, okay? So if you don't have a bag, or if you have just, you know, an imaginary position, I'm going to demonstrate how it's going to work. Okay, so I'm going to start with my hands up, and I'm going to hit the right side kick and left side kick. Okay, so you see how you want to be as left-sided as well as right-sided when you throw your hips. So you have full control of how much torque you add to each hip. If you add a little bit too much torque, you might wind up turning this way and taking some extra steps. So this is something to work on. Okay, now I'm going to do a front kick. Okay, right front kick followed by left front kick. So it's going to be right and left. Okay, make sure you extend your leg fully. It should push you back when you do this. Okay, good work. Okay, so now what we did before was we mixed it up. So instead of starting with the right, we are going to do with the left. Okay, so everything that started with the right is now going to be left first. Okay, so what we're going to start is being able to do that kneel. We're going to kneel with the left, kneel with the right. Knees to the back. Okay, so you're going to need your hands to be able to hold it here. Left knee, right knee. Try and climb up on this as high as you can. Ready? Try it again. Hands on the wall. Left knee, right knee. Using those hips to climb with your legs. Grab the wall, left knee, right knee. Okay? Good. Now, we're going to do the left front kick followed by the right front kick. Okay? Put your dukes up. Left front kick, right front kick. Good work. Try it again. Position 2. Left front kick, right front kick. Good. Again, on this side, position 3. Left front kick, right front kick. Good. Okay. Now, we're going to do that same thing with a side kick. Putting your hands up, putting your dukes up right under your chin. We're going to start with the left side kick. Ready? And left side kick, right side kick. So there's minimal foot change, and this kind of helps to even out. Okay, so remember what I told you before, the harder you hit it, the better your bounce will be. So focus on that, okay? And you have to actually try it and not think, oh, you know, it's gonna be harder. It's not. It's just, when you deliver that kick, you'll know how much control you have over it. Plus, it feels good, okay? All right, here we go. So, left side kick, 1, 2, good. So, did you see how it feels better when you're thrusting your hips forward? This kind of movement is a good thing because it helps you moderate which leg is going to go forward a little bit more, okay? So dukes up, left side kick, right side kick. Okay, good. Now, we're at the point where, you know, you're gonna put your wraps on and put these gloves on. We're gonna do some hitting drills with your gloves as well as kicks. We're gonna combine those, okay? So, go ahead and put your gloves on at this point. Grab a little bit of water. And what we're gonna do is this. We're going to throw a combination. We're gonna throw a left jab followed by the right cross. And that is followed by the left knee followed by the right knee, okay? So the things that we learned with the kicks, we're gonna utilize, okay? So all of these next exercises involve a 4-point combination. Being able to work the kicks as well as the punches. So punches are first, the punches are first, that's right. The punches are first and the kicks are second, okay? So you're gonna start in this position, go to the next position, go to the third position over, okay? So I'm gonna start with the left jab. Remember that right cross has to be harder than the jab, okay? So focus on that. All right, so here we go. Left jab, right cross. Left knee, right knee, okay? Do it again over here. Left jab, right cross. Left knee, right knee. Again over here. Left jab, right cross. Left knee, right knee. Good work. Okay, now we're ready for the front kick. So let's go that direction. Okay, so they get a little bit more difficult in what you can do, but you know they're not impossible. The more you practice these, the better they become, the better you feel, okay? So try these out. Okay, so now we're gonna try the front kick after the heel. So, after the punches, then you kick. Ready? Left jab, right cross, left front kick, right front kick, okay? Second position, left jab, right cross, left heel, right heel. Left jab, right cross, left front kick, right front kick, okay? Now, you want to keep those dukes up, even though you're throwing those kicks with your hips, what your body wants to do is kind of drop your arms to allow those hips to come up. Don't fall on that temptation. Keep those arms up as if they were, held up by springs, okay? And that way, when you hold them up like this, you utilize your core to be able to, I'm going to do this in slow motion, to be able to come up and drive that leg and straighten it out with your heel, okay? So the huge temptation to be able to drop your arms a little bit as you try and work that leg up there, but resist the temptation, allow your abdominal muscles to bring your hips up, because that's what the abdominals and lower back are for, is to make it a continuous part of your body, okay? All right, so we're gonna do the side kicks now, okay? So this is gonna be the left jab, right cross, left side kick, right side kick. Here we go. Left jab, right cross, left side kick, right side kick. Good stuff. Okay, let's do it again. Back over here. Left jab, right cross, left side kick, right side kick. And once again, over on the third position, left jab, right cross, left side kick, right side kick. Good. Okay, so now what we have left is this. We're gonna start with a right jab and then left cross. Remember to throw that left cross harder than the jab. The jab is a heat-seeking missile, and the left punch is the power punch. Okay, this is the one that will knock you out. So it's a knockout punch. So think of it that way. Just place it, the right one, the jab, is kind of trying to find a bullseye, and then the cross goes right toward that bullseye, okay? All right, so we're gonna do that same thing. We're gonna kneel, we're gonna knee the bag, and then front kick, and then side kick. All right, so here we go. Right jab, left cross, left knee, right knee, okay? So we're gonna move over here again. Right jab, left cross, right knee, left knee. Once again, position 3, right jab, left cross, right knee, left knee. Good stuff, guys. Okay, now we're moving on. We're moving on to the front kick. So it's gonna be right jab, left cross, right heel kick, left heel kick. 3 positions. Ready? Go. Right jab, left cross, right front kick, left front kick. Almost lost my mind there. Here we go. Right jab, left cross, right heel kick, left heel kick. These are all front kicks right now that we're throwing. Right jab, left cross, right heel kick, left heel kick. Good. You guys are getting better, I can tell. Okay, so now we're down to the last one. Here we go. We're gonna focus on the side kick. So demands a little bit more of a hip swivel, and so you guys can do this. We've been practicing all along. We had a nice warm up, and this is a good way to end it. Good crescendo that you're building up, okay? All of it culminates into the best form possible for you guys, okay? All right, here we go. So we're gonna throw right jab, left cross, right side kick, left side kick. Good stuff. Raise those kicks. Right jab, left cross, right side kick, left side kick. And the last position, right jab, left cross, right side kick, left side kick. Good. All right. All right. So there ends session 35. Hope you guys can continue doing this. The more you practice, the better you become. Okay? So let's do this. Rock steady boxing rocks. Go ahead and stop it.